What is up, you assholes out there in the internet world and YouTube and wherever the hell else? Welcome to the freaking circus, bro. Oh, man, here we go. Woo! It's a freaking circus out here, and the reason is because, well, girls want you to send money to their Cash App or their Venmo. You can even send it on Facebook. If you guys didn't know that, you can send money on Facebook. Pretty cool. But yeah, they don't want to do any work for it. Like, why am I giving you my money? It's like, guys, if they're not opening their legs on the first date, do not open your wallet. That's just the rule. All right. So today we're going to be looking at this wonderful and lovely cartoon by Shannon Rice Lewis. If you guys have never heard of her, make sure you guys check her out. She's got some really funny shit. So we're going to thumbs this up. Shannon, you rock. I'm a big fan. So, yeah, she did not pay me to say that. But anyways, I love promoting good content that is funny. And this is definitely going to be funny because we can learn from it, people. Oh, yeah. Because when you're a guy trying to get laid in this world, you have to be very clever and you have to be very careful. Yeah. A lot of dangerous stuff going on out there. So, anyways, let's go ahead and try to see what we can learn from this little cartoon. I've never seen this before, so this is going to be a first-time experience for us both. All right, let's watch it.
Why broke boyfriends bang better than rich husbands. Okay, so basically the best sexual years of any woman's life is during her boyfriend years, aka her 20s, and it's not during her marriage years, like 30s onward. Now, I know a lot of these married chicks claim to have a good sex life, and they say, oh my god, it's so good with my husband and all this stuff, but I'm here to tell you that that's a bunch of crap. I mean, they might tell other people their sex life is so amazing, but in reality, it's not. They just want other people to think that their life is so good and they have it all and all this stuff. Their boyfriend years was much, much better than their husband years, okay? I mean, trust me on this one. So why on earth are boyfriends so much better at banging? And here's the answer. Their boyfriends were trying to quote-unquote keep them around. And a lot of these boyfriends couldn't buy her off with a six-figure salary. So what the boyfriend had to do back in the day was go down on her and give her a mind-boggling bang. You see, rich husbands have the financial status to keep their wives around with money. Things like marriage, 401k, retirement, pension, and health insurance, that's what keeps their wife sticking around. So the husbands don't have to do the dirty work, like go down on her because, let's be honest, it kinda sucks sometimes, you know? And it's not always the funnest thing to do. But it's necessary to keep the wife fully satisfied, you know? Rich husbands don't have to keep going to make sure she fully came. They can just half-ass it, and she won't be leaving as long as the money's rolling in. But what about broke boyfriends? Well, they gotta take these chicks all the way. They must stick around until the job is done, because the broke boyfriend needs this chick in her life. He needs stuff from her like rides and a source to borrow money from, right? And this was the boyfriend's only chance to make a real impression on her. He had to give it everything he had when he was performing with her. That was his only shot to keep her around and coming back for more. So it had to be mind-blowing each and every time. But you see, rich husbands don't have to give her a stellar performance at all. They just half-ass it because they got the money that's bringing her in and having her stick around. You know? So to sum this all up, it's kind of like this. So broke boyfriends had to put in a lot more effort. You know, that they had to make sure that the chick came, like every single time, because, you know, he needed to borrow money from her and, like, get free rides from her because he doesn't own a car or whatever. And he needs a co-signer for, like, his apartment or whatever. He needs a place to stay. But the rich husband, he's so rich, you know, he's got, like, a six-figure salary and all this pension shit, retirement and all this stuff, that he could totally suck at sex, and she's still gonna stay, you know, hang around. She's not leaving because the money is keeping her there. So, could skip out on the going down part, you know?
All right, so this little cartoon does have a little point to make that, oh yeah, they're all about the money. So for long-term relationships, women will often target men that can provide. That's why they call it beta bucks, okay? Beta bucks and alpha blank, F word. So alpha men are smashing and passing, and beta men are getting married and hitched. All right, so how can we avoid these types of situations? Well, if you're a guy in your 20s and you get married, you got to keep the heat going, man. You got to keep the fire burning, as they say. And the only way to really do that and keep the spice going is to stay in shape. So if you're a fat, balding tub of lard like this guy, guess what? She's going to seek out someone else, okay? So if you do get married in life, make sure you protect your financial assets and your legacy, because guess what? 80% of all divorces are initiated by the wife. So there's a very good possibility, and also 50% of all marriages end in divorce. So you got a 50-50. So half of all marriages end in divorce, and there's an 80% chance that the wife is going to file first. So pretty good chance you're going to end up in divorce court one of these days. So the way to protect yourself is to... Damn. I'm just kidding. Way to protect yourself is to set up hidden cameras in the house to make sure she's not doing shit behind your back. So if you do not trust your wife, install a camera. Make sure she's not bringing dudes into the house while you're at work. Anyways, that way you can catch her in the act. But yeah, you got to keep the fire going, man. And if you're going to look like this, start out looking like this, you got to end up looking like this. So if you look like this now, make sure you work out and lose some weight so you can look like this, because this is what women want. They want the bad boy with tattoos and freaking muscles, knows what he's doing in the bedroom. That's what they want, at least sexually anyway. But then women tend to realize, oh yeah, sex is not all that great. It's not great for long-term happiness. So that's why they settle down and get married, because they want somebody to, be their companion. That being said, you got to hold them to that standard, though. So when you're married, you got to hold the wife to the standard. Say, hey, once a week at least, twice a month, whatever it is, and make sure they hold up their end of the bargain. Okay, otherwise, what are you married for? So if you're not married for the right reasons, maybe you should not be married. All right, point blank. But yeah, this was pretty funny. If you're the provider, make sure you are getting your return on your investment. So don't be giving her all this stuff, marriage, 401k, six-figure salary, without you getting something in return. In other words, stand up for yourself. Because I guarantee you, she's going to be standing up for herself. And if you don't, well, guess what? She's going to walk all over you. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you guys support Shannon Rice Lewis by checking out her channel. Pretty funny stuff. And I am BP signing out.